everyone, today I'm going to show you how to knit these socks in a cover braid pattern. They are really quite easy to do and are suitable for beginners, making it a great opportunity to try out the first patterns. You will need a set of knitting needles in size 2.5 and suitable yarn for that. I used the Pastel Mix Uni wool from Stark Wolle and needed about 70 grams for my 2 socks. I'll show you how the socks work in just a moment. You start your work by casting on 60 stitches, both for the women's and men's socks. Take enough thread to the side. I always use 2 needles, which makes it a bit looser. Casting on stitches works like this. You take the thread like this, insert it from below, pull the thread over the other thread, go through here at the thumb, go through here at the index finger from top to bottom, go through this thumb loop, and you have cast on the first 2 stitches. Once again, insert your thumb down, grab the thread with your index finger, pull it through this loop and cast on the 3rd stitch. This continues until you have a total of 60 stitches. Your work should now look like this. After you have cast on the 60 stitches, simply pull out the 2nd thread and we will start with the ribbing. It works like this. We start with a left stitch. The left stitch means that the yarn is in front of the needle. We insert the needle into the stitch, grab the yarn, and pull it through the stitch. 1 purl stitch, then we knit 3 knit stitches. To make a right stitch, take the yarn behind the needle, insert it into the stitch from back to front, grab the yarn and pull it through the right stitch. 1, 2, 3. After the 3 right stitches, we knit another left stitch. Thread in front of the needle, insert from the front, pull the thread, left stitch, then 3 right stitches again. Always alternate 3 stitches knit, 1 stitch purl. So we knit our entire band 1 stitch to the left. Make sure you always have 15 stitches on the needle. Three, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, then back to the left. Three right. I find it especially easier for beginners at the beginning. It doesn't matter if they don't have exactly 15 stitches on the needle, it's relatively unimportant. You don't have to interrupt the 3 right stitches now, for example. Instead, you can take the new needle and continue with the left stitch. Another trick on the left. And 3 stitches knit. So we've knitted our first round, and in order to turn it into a round, we obviously need to close it into a round as well. That means we take our knitting needles, being careful not to twist them or anything like that. And a tip for beginners, I would always transfer the first stitch from the first needle to the 4th needle. That means we are now knitting one more stitch with the fourth needle, a purl stitch, so we have already closed the round here, and that makes it a bit easier. And then we knit the 3 right stitches again. 1, 2, 3 left and 3 rights. As I said, for your cuff, knit round by round, alternating between 1 purl stitch and 3 knit stitches. This continues until the cuff reaches a height of about 6 centimeters. Then we'll get ready again and I'll show you how it's done. After you have knitted your cuff 6 centimeters high, your work should look something like this. It must be very, very elastic. That's why I knit both women's and men's socks with 60 stitches. The overlay braids on the shaft are also always knitted with a total of 60 stitches. If you want to knit for wider feet, you can simply adjust at the heel or then increase stitches at the bottom of the foot. I'll show you that when the time comes. The overlay pattern is always knitted in 4 rounds. It's actually quite simple and is especially suitable for beginners who can't knit braids yet, or also for people like me who find it a bit exhausting to knit socks and braid patterns, because you end up with so many needles in your hand. In the first round, we start by knitting 1 stitch to the left and then slipping 1 stitch to the left. Withdrawing links is very easy. You insert into the stitch, leaving the yarn at the back. Insert into the stitch as if you were going to knit it from the left, that is, from front to back, and simply lift it onto the next needle. So you lifted a stitch on the left, then we knit 2 stitches to the right, and now we pull the slip stitch, that one there, over the 2 right stitches. Just stick it in and lift it here. You can comfortably hold the thread here over the 2 right stitches. That's actually really quite difficult about the whole thing and really not that hard. Then we knit 2 stitches on the left, lift 1 stitch off to the left, so we insert the needle again and simply pull it onto the next needle, knit 2 stitches on the right, and lift the lifted stitch over both right stitches. Knit 2 stitches to the left, lift 1 stitch to the left, knit 2 stitches to the right, and then knit the lifted stitch over both right stitches, and again knit 2 stitches to the left. Let's repeat the whole round now. We also start our second round with a left stitch again. Then we knit a right stitch, take a yarn over between the 2 right stitches that we previously pulled together, so to speak. A wrap means we go with the needle behind the thread, pull the needle forward, and now we have our wrap on the needle. After that, we knit 1 right stitch and 2 left stitches again. Let's repeat now. Always knit left, left, then for the right stitch, knit right, yarn over, knit right, left, left, actually just as they appear. Here you can see the bump from the left stitch, and here are our 2 right stitches where we previously pulled the slipped stitch over. Right, turn, right, and then 2 lefts again. Let's repeat the entire second round now. As you can see, the cover cones are really not difficult at all, and they still create a very nice pattern with small cones. The third and fourth rounds are really quite simple, as they are the same. We start as always with a knit stitch, and then we actually knit the stitches as they appear, while we knit our yarn over between the two knit stitches. First stitch left, then 3 stitches right on the yarn over, simply knit right. Then we see again, here we have 2 purl stitches, you can see the bobble, then purl again purl, and then 3 knit stitches, 1, 2, 3, 2 purl stitches, and so on. This is your third and your fourth round. That means the first and second rounds are somewhat different, while the third and fourth rounds are the same. You can see it's really not a difficult pattern, and it still looks pretty cool on you. And already you can see the first little braids forming. I knitted the first round again so I can show it to you better. You will repeat these 4 rounds 13 more times, so that you have a total of 14 such braids on your shaft. You can of course do longer, more or less, but I'm doing 14 now. You finish your shaft by strictly repeating the first and second rounds again. As I said, just relax, have fun with it, and we'll meet again at the fursie. After you have repeated your overlay pattern a total of 14 times, your work should look something like this. You can really see all the little braids here, and the shaft is also super elastic.